In this video, we're going to give you a quick look at how we built a 15-foot walnut desk. So the early part of the project was a lot of cutting the boards to the right size for my equipment, flattening, and prepping the boards. But some unique challenges with this project were just the overall scope of the project. I mean, the thing being 15 feet long took up most of the garage, and so that in itself kind of posed some challenges. I ended up moving machines around a lot and kind of making do with what we had. So the way that this project came together was essentially making pairs of boards. So right here I'm cutting them to their width, and I needed two matching boards for each section. And so the sizing, the actual width of the boards was really important because I needed two to be the same. I then cut off the rough cut edges and needed, again, to be careful not to cut off too much because I needed to save as much length as possible. I kind of had everything laid out at this point, and so once I got the ends cut, I moved on to cutting dominoes for each piece, and this helped me to make a strong connection in the middle. I also offset the board slightly to give more glue surface. I found that it was really important to get a good dry fit and make sure that everything connected nicely before I added glue, and it did. It came together pretty good with 4 clamps here, and this is just a look at it. And I moved on to glue up, and you'll see Kaylee taking some photos here for our page. And I chose to do the glue up in 2 sections just because of the size of this thing. I don't think I would have had enough time if I tried to do everything at once. So you'll see I used cauls, which are just straight boards, to clamp everything flat, and then I used standard clamps to squeeze them together. This is the second dry fit to make sure that all the boards still fit after glue up number 1. And here is glue up number 2. In this one there was a little bit of added time because of gluing all the dominoes in place. The glue added some resistance, so I had to kind of hammer everything together, and it did end up coming together really nice. Lots of clamps. And then, magically 24 hours later, I was pulling those clamps right back off. And then this was going to be the first test of strength to see if the design in the middle actually held the boards together the way I thought it would. And I walked up and down, I lifted it from both ends separately, and I was happy with the strength. Then it was on to a lot of sanding, and so this is a very sped up time lapse of the first round of sanding. Then to sum up the rest of sanding, here's a montage of more sanding. I decided to do the round over by hand with a hand plane, just for fun. After hand planing, I took a hand sander and just cleaned everything up nice and round. And then it was time to clean up the garage and get to spraying. So I sprayed 2 coats on the bottom and 3 coats on top of General Finishes Endurovar, which I really like sprayed on any natural wood. And then after the proper dry time, this is 3 coats on the desk. And then it was just squaring up the ends. And I left everything a little long so that I could make one final cut when we delivered. And all that was left after that final cut was to drop the desk into place. And look at that fit. We're going to walk down the desk here and a couple highlights. The desk is 1.5 inches thick, all solid walnut, and just under 15 feet long. So definitely the longest product we've made to date. We were really happy with the finished product, and so was the client, and so that's a good day for everyone. This desk is sitting on 4 brackets from Rockler that are 20-inch brackets and are made just for an application like this. And so the desk ended up really sturdy and just a good overall product. Thank you all for watching, and this is Brian signing off. Good night.